This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
I read it for the world news.
I read it for the movies.
I read it for the science news.
I read it for the sports.
3000 is the number. They'll tell you all you want to know about ride-sharing, van pooling, and commuter saving time. Thank you very much, Roger Moog. Make sure you're with us next weekend when Neil Zorin gives out the 10 Philly Awards for the 10 best theater productions in 1981. Till then, stay well.
All of us at WKBS Channel 48 wish you a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Happy 1982.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Hey, let's take us closer to the tree.
Yeah, I stopped and left.
If I have another glass of that stuff, I'm gonna light up.
Well, I'll certainly have one.
Cliff?
Oh, yeah, it's a festive occasion. Gavin is getting out of jail for Christmas. Thanks, Calvin.
Julius?
No, I don't need any.
Calvin, you really should have brought your partner Damien, or did he have to work tonight?
Well, I don't think he has to, but I have a feeling he is anyway.
You're sure about this, huh, Jimmy? No chance of a mistake.
Sure, I'm sure. Look, I never met this guy Organder before, but I know that's not him.
Who says so?
That guy I met, that rich guy, he's the one that tipped me off. He says he knows him from way back. His name is Tyler. Hey, look, search him. Maybe he's got a gold badge in his pocket.
You better be right about this, Jimmy.
Hey, look, I've been doing a little checking around. Earl Gander ain't been seen for weeks. And when they do see him, he's 5'9", and he's got reddish hair.
Yeah, well, all right, listen, Chummy, that's good work. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. That's terrific. I'll be talking to you in a couple of days. All right, babe?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but Vince and me are out, you hear? We're out. And if you're talking to that guy, you're halfway to the slammer now.
Yeah. Okay, good. Bye-bye. I'll talk to you. What do you say we get out of this place, huh? This joint's starting to smell like a brewery.
Hey, what about the chicks, Eddie?
You're probably right. They're not going to show up. Anyway, I'm getting hungry. Here you go, babe.
Hey, wait a minute. We could order some food and have it brought up.
That's all right. I don't want to mess up the place.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Duncan Hines Cakes. So moist and delicious you know they're Duncan Hines. And by new Formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners concentrated into 1/4 cup.
When we set to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did. All in the concentrated 1/4 cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little 1/4 cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Could you bake a better cake than a pastry chef?
I really didn't know, but I do know how good my Duncan Hines cakes are. So I agreed to test one against a cake baked by Chef David of San Francisco's famous Canlis restaurant. My cake looked good, but the judge was Chris Canlis, the owner of the restaurant. That was Chef David's cake.
It's tasty, but the texture is a little bit dry.
Then he tried mine.
Good flavor, moist, very good. That's a great cake. Duncan Hines. I think that's an exceptional cake. That's all a cake ought to be.
Duncan Hines cakes. So moist and delicious, you can make them better than a pastry chef's cake.
It's very good, nice and moist, and I'm going to have you be my baker.
I'm glad it could be arranged, Gavin. I'm sure you'll enjoy being out of this place at Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. But I really didn't think there was a chance of me getting out, Mr. Carr. Not after what I did. I mean, running away the first time.
Well, I'm sure you know what kind of assurances we had to give the court about this.
I don't know how you talked them into it.
I can't take the credit. Cliff made the argument, and Miles helped a great deal by suggesting that you be released into his custody.
I won't let him down, Mr. Carr. I hope you know that.
I'm sure you won't, Gavin.
I guess this means I'll have to stay at the Kavanaugh's place, huh?
Now, that shouldn't be too much of a hardship.
No, not with Jody there, no. I just don't know how I'm going to take all these changes. Going from a jail cell to a penthouse, then back again.
Gavin, I can't make any promises, but after Christmas, if the trial date still holds, Cliff could make another application to keep you free until the trial.
God, what a relief that would be. You know, Mr. Carr, for a man who's trying to put me in prison, you're not so bad.
Well, our office tries to be fair, Gavin, not just to put people away.
No, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful, and thank you.
I have something to thank you for, too.
Me?
Sure. For changing your story about what happened in the dance studio. The exact circumstances of Gunther's shooting. How it happened.
Yeah, I guess I made everybody happy.
Gavin, sometimes the truth may seem like the most damaging testimony, but usually...
The truth? What makes you so sure that's what I'm going to say?
Cliff assured me that you were willing to correct your statement.
Sure, I'm willing to correct my statement. I'm going to be a good little defendant and tell the court the lie everybody wants to hear.
Now, wait a minute, Gavin.
A lie is what I'm going to be saying on the witness stand, you know. It's what Cliff wants, it's what Jody wants, it's what Miles wants, it's what you want.
Gavin, I never asked you to lie.
You all did, because it was a sensible thing. It was a smart thing to do, but that still doesn't make it the truth.
Gavin, I've seen those medical reports. I know the facts about that bullet wound. And now I hear you saying something that's almost impossible to believe. And yet somehow I can't help believing you.
How in the world did you get that in the elevator?
What a Christmas spirit, that's all. Watch out, Oscar. Don't knock King Tut off his pedestal. Where do you want it, Doctor? I guess we might as well just put it right down here.
No, don't get. You're gonna get pine needles all over the carpet. Come put it out on the terrace until we get everything else right.
Brilliant. Do you understand why I married her now?
It's going to be cold out there.
Well, I don't think the tree will mind. It's used to it where it comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey, it's so beautiful. How'd you find it?
Well, took a little shopping, but it doesn't matter. Even if it were spindly, it's all in the decorating and in the love you put into it.
Anything else I can do for you, Doc?
Oscar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Oscar.
Well, now I got to set up the stand. I'll try to find wherever April hid the Christmas decorations.
Wait a minute.
What?
You deserve a tip, too.
A tip?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call a tip.
Thanks for the tree, honey.
Look, I know we talked about not having one this year because of Jody and Gavin and all that, but that would have been a wrong decision.
I agree. I felt awful about it when I began to hear Christmas carols on the street.
And now look what's happened. Gavin is going to be here, so we got to get this Christmas organized.
Oh, we're going to have a happy one despite everything. You know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking maybe we should have a little Christmas party.
What a wonderful idea. A party in a penthouse. We can have everybody look out there and watch the whole city light up like a Christmas tree.
We can invite Mike and Nancy and Derek and a few of our close friends.
You know what I think? I think it might be nice to invite Jinx.
Jinx? Honey, I don't think she qualifies as one of our close friends.
No, I know that, but she does qualify as somebody who doesn't have any place to go this Christmas, and Considering her condition.
Yes, it's very likely her last Christmas, isn't it?
Well, now look, I don't want to put a damper on the evening, so if you don't want to include her, that's
Oh,
fine.
no, honey, of course we'll ask her. I'll invite her myself.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your hearts be light.
Just a second. Derek. Hi. Is this a social visit or am I under arrest?
No, you're not under arrest. I was thinking about something you said this afternoon about never having a Christmas tree.
That's not what I said. I just said that I wasn't going to have one this year. Just like I didn't have one last year. Look, single girls who live alone, we don't get Christmas trees. Come in, Chief.
Well, look, this may not be the biggest or the most beautiful Christmas tree in Monticello, but here I might...
Oh!
But you might like it anyway. It's small, but it's fully qualified.
I love it. It looks like one of those little Christmas trees that you find in children's playhouses. It's adorable.
Well, I think you're adorable.
All over the world, beautiful women know that beautiful skin begins with good cleansing. That's why all over the world, more women cleanse with this cleansing cream than any other. It's a hypoallergenic, non-drying, deep cleaning cleansing cream. It's Pond's Cold Cream. And it helps make more women beautiful than any other cleansing cream in the world.
New improved Pillsbury Crescents have more butter flavor to remember.
Rejects. Full house.
Hot crescents. Why?
Why?
Oh, hot, fresh Pillsbury crescents. Marge baked them last night.
Oh.
And the buttery flavor.
Buttery?
Oh. Yeah, they were loaded with buttery flavor. Every one of them.
Like, how many every one of them?
3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Try more butter-flavored crescents, fresh and hot.
And Pillsbury says it best.
Style. Joyful ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
That was very good.
You know, all that punch made me a little lightheaded. I think we could use some food.
Yeah, I'm starved.
That's true. Tree trimming does give one an appetite, doesn't it?
Now, how would you know, Julia, since you didn't do any?
That's true. I guess I was too busy.
Well, one thing I think you should all know, and that is that the generosity of your hostesses has been completely exhausted.
In other words, we're out of food. Well, I can't stay anyway. My mother calls me from San Francisco every night at this time.
I see, and if you're not there, she thinks the worst, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for having me to your party.
Okay, bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
It was wonderful. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Nice to meet you.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Wait. Merry Christmas.
Oh, bye. Merry Christmas.
Take care, Katie.
Well, that's one down, but it doesn't really take care of the problem.
Well, I can take care of the problem easy. What about that Chinese place that's open 24 hours and delivers?
But it's the Christmas season. Do people eat Chinese food at Christmas?
Chinese do.
You know what, Cliff? I think that's a very good idea. We've got a menu in the kitchen. I'll go call.
Oh, well, why don't I help you? I'm an expert at Chinese food.
I can manage, Kelly.
2 heads are better than one.
Hey, Julius. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Have you ever done any acting?
No, never.
That's too bad. I mean, you're a very good-looking man.
Excuse me, there's something I...
Hey, Julius, did you know that Mitzi's an actress? Really, I mean, she studies almost every night.
Good for you.
You know, you ought to consider it. You might discover some hidden talents.
And even Cliff has gone to a few classes, and he's a lawyer, too.
Listen, honestly, I'm really not interested.
And my acting teacher once studied law.
Yeah, and listen, Mitzi, why don't you give Julius some punch? Julius, were you aware of the fact that Mitzi collects dinosaurs?
Yes, just 1 order of honey chicken, but 2 fried rice, 1 shrimp and lobster sauce, 1 char siu ding, and 1 butterfly shrimp. Yes, that's all. Oh, extra duck sauce, please. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, how was that, expert?
Oh, well done. But I lied. I'm not an expert.
I just wanted to be alone with you for a few seconds.
Yeah, well, your few seconds are up. I think we better...
Come on, the water hasn't even begun to boil yet.
Well, it's not going to boil any faster if we stay in here and wait for it.
You know, you are being particularly unfriendly considering that you did invite me here.
It was Mitzi's idea.
Thanks a lot.
Come on, Calvin. You know I was glad to see you, but I was glad to see Julius and everyone else, too.
Dee Dee, why are you trying so hard lately not to like me?
That's not fair. You know I like you. But I can't love a married man.
Why not? A married man's in love with you.
That's probably the restaurant.
They have got a phone out there. Why don't you let
Well, we
me
should go out there, too. The water's what?
Oh, you all right?
It's nothing.
No, you burned yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I got burned all right. And you're the reason.
Phone call for you, Calvin.
Yeah, it's probably that restaurant. You know, they're always plaguing me for my recipe for chicken. Stoner. Tyler called when? But when is he gonna call back? Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh.
Thanks for the party. It was great.
Bye, Calvin.
Bye, Calvin.
Bye, Dee Dee. It's been fun.
Health experts don't always agree on what's best, but many of them believe we should keep our serum cholesterol from rising above normal limits. Now, how do we do that? Well, in this university study, 43 families on individual eating plans reduced serum cholesterol an average of 9.6% in 3 weeks. Did they live on boiled rice? Not at all. They cut down on foods that were high in cholesterol and saturated fats. They ate more fish, more chicken, more fruit, more vegetable, and for cooking and salad dressings, they used Puritan oil because it is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol. This is the oil. I think you should try it. This is the name. I think you should remember it. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
You invite me over for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
I can only remember one real family Christmas in my whole lifetime. Gee, it must have been when I was about 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, it was when I was 7. I remember because my mother died the year later, and I can remember all the grown-ups hovering in the corners, whispering, poor little thing, she's only 8 years old. Why is it that grown-ups forget that kids have ears, too?
Because grown-ups are like that. What about your father?
Well, that's why they called me poor little thing. They must have knew then that he wasn't going to be much of a parent for me.
And they were right?
Well, I didn't see much of him after the funeral, and then, well, 6 months later, I had a new mommy.
Aha. Enter the wicked stepmother, huh?
Oh, I would have taken any kind of mothering. It's just that she didn't even want to acknowledge my existence. And in that regard, she agreed with my father. Enough. Listen, it's your turn. Tell me about your family Christmases.
I remember it only too clearly.
Ooh, doesn't sound like they were very merry.
I spent it with my ex-wife's family. out in the country house, the big house. It was a beautiful house. It looked like something off of a Christmas card, but all they would ever talk about is neighbors and horses, and they couldn't stand any of them. The neighbors, that is. They got along all right with the horses.
So, what was your wife like?
To this day, I don't know. But I tell you one thing. When I get married again, if I ever get married again, it'll be to an orphan.
Well, I don't have any experience with in-laws, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
I hope you don't mind me just helping myself.
No, I told you to feel at home.
Well, I do feel at home. Very much so. What kind of plans have you made for Christmas?
Oh, just the usual things. An endless round of parties, Christmas caroling all over town, romantic sleigh rides through the park. I really don't know what I'm going to say to all my invitations. Is my nose growing?
No. Have you been watering it, though? It's as cute as could be.
Look, I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for me. I have friends. It's just that, well, I don't feel like spending time with them this Christmas.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should spend this Christmas with a new friend.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello, Miss Avery. This is Nicole Cavanaugh.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, fine. I was wondering if you'd care to come by our home for a little Christmas party.
A party?
Yes, we're having a few friends over, and I thought you might enjoy meeting some of them.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'd like that a lot. Gee, it's really nice of you and Miles. I mean, Dr. Cavanaugh.
Yes, well, we haven't decided on a time yet since we just thought of the idea, but I'll drop you a note or give you a call.
Thank you. I'll look forward to it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, how about that? Looks like I'm going to have Christmas plans after all.
No drinks for me. Earl, go ahead. You have a drink.
Hey, why'd you quit drinking, Eddie?
I've had enough. You know, a guy's got to learn when to keep his head clear, you know what I mean?
Right. Hey, what the hell? The boss quits, I quit too. We'll just order food. How's that?
That's okay, mister.
I'll take the tossed salad and striped bass.
Give me a club sandwich and coffee, no sugar.
Right.
Listen, bring the coffee now, will you?
See. Say, Eddie, you know, you're smart to know when to quit drinking like that. Actually, that's the problem that me and my old lady have been having.
Which one of you two are the boozers?
She is. And believe me, man, there's nothing worse than a woman drunk.
That's too bad.
Actually, Eddie, she's really trying to quit, and that's why I have to call her every now and then to make sure she's still in the wagon, you know. Actually, it's 10 o'clock now. I really ought to give her a call. Is that okay?
What's the difference, now or later?
Hey, well, she's expecting a call from me. Well, you know how it is, Eddie.
You know, Earl, you ought to dump that lush.
It's just not possible. In the first place, she'd sue me for every penny I'm worth. And now that you and me are going to get rich together, well...
My partners always get rich. I always make sure they get what's coming to them.
Hey, Eddie, you know, you don't have to worry about me. I mean, I'm not going to be greedy like your buddy in New York.
My partner in New York, the hit-and-run accident. I told you about that, didn't I?
Yeah.
You see what happens when you drink too much. You talk too much.
Yeah, I better make that call before the food comes, okay?
Mr. Hill, I want my money back. None of these stick deodorants stop wetness.
So they aren't made to. But Arid Solid Fights Wetness Ordinary Sticks can. It's new.
Arid Solid?
Look, these sticks say deodorant, not antiperspirant, because they contain nothing to stop wetness. But new Arid Solid Antiperspirant fights wetness and odor with the most powerful anti-wetness ingredient.
Arid fights wetness and odor. That's for me.
New Arid Extra Dry Solid Fights Wetness Ordinary Deodorant Sticks can't.
Stop. Your advertising can give you the jump on your competition if it's on television. In January, when viewing is at its peak, advertiser competition is still asleep. So act now and get the jump on your competition. Put January television to work for you.
Call 336-6400.
You possess a powerful force. No, it possesses me. What's happening to your face?
Tonight at 9, it's 2 hours of solid country with Country Top 20, followed by Buck Henry.
Need any help?
Perfect timing. I'm almost finished.
That's just what I figured. How's your hand?
It's all right.
You got to be careful about burns. Chance of infection. Now, I had a litigation once with this
Oh,
woman.
Julius, please. No shop talk.
Oh, I was just going to say that I had to read up a lot on burn injuries, so I know a little something about them. Doesn't look that bad.
It still hurts. Thanks, but it still doesn't make it feel any better.
Maybe that's the wrong kind of kiss. I didn't get a chance to meet you under the mistletoe, so this will have to do.
This'll do fine.
Thanks for inviting me tonight. Been thinking about you all week, wanting to see you.
We have a date New Year's.
Well, that seems so far away. Fact is, the time between our dates seems longer and longer all the time. Of course, there is a solution to that.
There is.
Mm-hmm. We could stop having dates. You could marry me.
Oh, Tyler, come on, come on. This had better not be a wrong number.
Hey, Calvin, I gotta talk fast. Eddie doesn't like to be left alone.
Okay, you got anything new?
I got plenty. You can tell the chief I got everything he needs.
You mean it? He actually told you about his buddy in New York?
He did better than that. We're gonna be able to stop this show early. I'm gonna miss that hazardous duty pay.
He actually admitted doing that hit and run job? Damien? Come on, Tyler, this is no time to play games. I mean, I am your partner in this case, you know? Tyler? Tyler, what's going on there? Damien!
Do I know Oster? Listen, Mac, after a day of this, I can't wait to get home to my Oster hot tub foot massager. It holds the water at a soothing, warm temperature. Or you can have a massage without heat. Comes with its own handy footrest and accessory tray, too. Hey, I always get great results with Oster.
The Oster Hot Tub Foot Massager, from the makers of famous Osterizer blender.
Now to help fade age spots, try Fayon's. New Fayon's cream or lotion in a pump dispenser. Fayon's penetrates below skin surface to help fade age spots in just 8 weeks. Fayon's sunscreen helps block sun rays that can make spots darken. For your delicate complexion, facial Fayon's, enriched with vitamin E and moisturizers. Remember the unique name, Fayon's. Cream, facial formula cream.
Yes, now you can get 150 of the world's greatest music masterpieces, all for only $12.98. This collection is also available on 8-track cartridges and cassettes for only $15.98.
Yes, here's a unique opportunity to own a complete library of the world's most beautiful music. Here's how to order yours.
To order, call 1-800-228-1010. Or save almost $3 in COD charges plus postage by sending $12.98 for the records, $15.98 for tapes, to Classics. Box 6470, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19145. That's Classics. Box 6470,